I may not look it, but I'm in my mid-30s now, which means it's the time of your life where you just kind of like let yourself go. You just forget that you have standards, and that forgetting leads to things like gaining 80 pounds and totally ruining your self-confidence. But the good news is I've decided to do something about that. I'm going to try and get healthy, and I've decided to do that by going to the most respectable source I can possibly find on a budget of $0. Let's get healthy with TikTok.
I cannot stop pooping.
Okay, we're off to a fantastic start already.
This is the second most sold item on TikTok, and it's for a reason.
Why do I get the feeling that this reason probably isn't actually, like, very good, necessary, or even true? Why do I get the feeling I'm about to hear a load of bullshit?
If you didn't know, the average human holds 6 to 15 pounds of poop built up inside of them. They call it hard or toxic poop buildup.
Who is they, and why are they saying these things? I may have an extra 80 pounds on me, but I don't think that's being stored in my bowels. And it turns out, thanks to a quick Google search, I know that what he just said is completely untrue. It's actually more like 1 pound. 1 pound is a lot. It's a whole lot more than you think it is. If you are really holding 15 pounds inside your bowels, you're dying. Like, there's a blockage in there and it's gonna kill you.
And what happens when that occurs, you're going to experience bloating, you're going to experience heartburn, and not to mention you could have parasites and not even know.
Hey everybody, do you have symptoms like gas, bloating, diarrhea, nausea every now and then? Well, you might have parasites apparently, but also if you don't have those things, don't worry, you too could be infected. Sometimes they don't even cause any symptoms or problems whatsoever, almost as if you didn't have them to begin with, because actually, most people don't. Most people don't have to deal with that. Most people don't get they cook their food. Where are all these parasites coming from that this guy is worried about?
And that's why everyone's on the craze about this right now. Because this guy will clear out pounds.
I don't think this guy's idea of health is what I need. I don't think I need to spend 10 hours a day on the toilet for like a month straight until I run out of money for more diarrhea pills. I don't know if that's what I need. I don't know if that's what, like, anybody, if you're watching this, you probably don't need that, so like don't go buy that.
If you think I'm afraid of parasites, wrong. Not afraid at all.
Nobody asked if you were afraid of parasites. And also, if you're not afraid of parasites, why are you taking medication for them? And also flexing? What is that? What? Mommy, I'm afraid.
And if you think that you don't have parasites, I've been doing that for over 1 year. It's been a year and 1 month. I think I took 1 month off. The only time I didn't see parasites is when I wasn't on it.
This man is like one brain cell from a life-changing revelation about what he is doing to his body with this medicine. Let's just do some mental math here. Let's add this together, okay? So, you don't have anything in your, let's say, BMs until you take the medication. Could it be that you're just getting medication side effects and there are no parasites? What you think is parasites is just the medication, like shredding your bowels or something.
Okay, hey guys, so I'm on day 3 of the urine fast.
Excuse me, ma'am, I don't think I heard that correctly. Could you please repeat the words that just came out of your mouth?
The urine fast.
Okay, guess I did hear it correctly. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
And day 4 of this all body rash. And it's really interesting because it seems to be clearing up in some areas and in other areas it seems to be getting worse, like on my face.
Yeah, I hardly noticed. A thing wrong with your face. Maybe stop the urine fast if you're having full body reactions. If you're having full body rashes, maybe, this is just my own little opinion here, maybe your body is trying to tell you something that your friends and family are clearly not getting through to you very well.
Mother Earth speaks through this medicine, and she's feeling lonely. She's feeling disconnected. Nobody ever speaks to the trees anymore. People don't go down to the river to dance and sing like we used to as tribes. And she's asking us to look at where we have the disconnect from our own mother, what our attachment style is, and how our own mother influences how we feel about our body, which is the mother.
Who is giving these people all of these ideas? People on TikTok have too many ideas and all of them are bad.
Urine therapy, a beginner's guide.
Oh, okay, I guess it's this guy. Question answered. Let's find out how he got to these incredible conclusions.
Basically, when it comes to urine therapy, you can't do it wrong.
I'm sure that's true technically, but the question I would have is, can you do it right? Is that a thing that's possible? I'm sure the outcomes can be at least marginally better than, oh God, I'm tripping so hard, Mother Earth is talking to me. But can they be good?
You pee a little bit in the toilet, then you pee a little bit in the cup, and then the rest in the toilet. And I like to...
Please do not finish that sentence, kind sir. I believe this has gone on long enough.
It's amazing to put on your skin. For sunshine, I do believe it is photobiomodulation. It lifts my mood. It feels good. It puts a great tone on my skin. Gets rid of any kind of premature aging.
You are like 90% facial hair. How can you tell? How can you even see your skin? It looks like you're in a full body rash like that one woman back there. You look like her except you're a man. That's the only difference. You're the man version of the woman who is having a full body reaction and tripping about Mother Earth. She's experiencing new levels of consciousness the rest of us hope to never ever get to. It looks like you're getting there too, my guy. Also, you look kind of homeless. I hate to say it, I really do, but like, if I saw this guy on the street, my main thought would not be like, is he a millionaire? You're an influencer. No, my main thought would be like, does this guy need some change? Because shit, I don't think I have any change. I'm broke as well.
I did a parasite cleanse this past full moon, and I have to say that even though I've done many parasite cleanses in my life, this was the first time that I did it with different intention and in a different way.
My mom is one of the most germophobic germaphobes in the history of germophobia. It's really insane to watch, and you watch somebody reacting to germs the way she does, you will start to think, this person is insane. Like, if I weren't used to it as a kid, because she used to be OCD as well, I would think she has lost her mind. And it's a really sad thing to watch. And whenever I hear these parasite people, I get the feeling that something similar is happening here. There's like some untreated neurotic factor in their histories, in their lives, that makes them focus on like cleansing themselves, being pure, being free from the worms or whatever it is, there were the parasites of unknown origin, of unknown identity. It's like the germophobia. You don't have to know what the thing is, only that you need to be afraid of it so you can be cleansed of it.
Talk about die-off symptoms. Do we understand what those really are?
We, as in me and other reasonable people? Yes. We, as in you and the other parasite people? No. In that case, we do not understand, Queen. I hate to say it, but what you are about to describe is going to be plainly apparent to the rest of us, but not at all apparent to you.
When the parasites in your body die, they release whatever was in them. That might include mold, metal, yeast. Along with those toxins, there are symptoms.
What do you want to bet she has never tested for any of those things while she's undergoing the supposed reaction she thinks she is? What do you want to bet that she's never been tested for molds or metals or any of that stuff? What do you want to bet that all of her symptoms are, as with the other guy, entirely due to whatever crazy medication she's taking?
The first time that I saw one that I passed, I became very nauseous and then had waves of intense anxiety before passing.
Boy, hearing the description of that just screams health, doesn't it? It yells health. Health, doesn't it? Doesn't it just make you feel like health is coming for you? Health is gonna get you and grab you and pull you out of the room in a headlock and teach you a real lesson for buying stuff on TikTok that people have mixed in their bathtubs and told you to stick up your ass.
Don't look at the sun, they say. You'll go blind, they say.
I wonder why they say that. Could there be some kind of a reason that they say that? Maybe there's like case studies where people have done terrible damage to their eyes and eyesight from looking at the sun.
In Florida, the sun is pretty strong, and I'm directly staring right into it, right at it. Does it look like I'm going blind?
I mean, yeah, it kind of does. You're looking at the sun, and you are clearly struggling. Even if you're only looking like in the direction of the sun, your eyes are clearly struggling. They are squinting very hard, as if you are doing some kind of damage to them by looking at the thing you are looking at that you should not be looking at.
But my friends, my eyesight has improved since I started doing this. And it used to be terrible because I would stare at this thing all day long.
You know, I think people like this have a hard time understanding that more than one thing can be bad, that there is more than one behavior that can have ill effects. For example, if you spend a lot of time looking at your phone or your computer screen, that's probably not too good for your eyes either. I should know. But, like, that doesn't mean looking at the sun is good for them. What kind of logic is that?
It heals everything else. It helps the plants grow. It helps the trees grow. It gives nutrients to the soil and the flowers and the grass.
You are not a flower. You are not the grass. You are not a plant. You are a human, a mammal, an animal. Do you see other animals just chilling, sitting around, looking at the sun all day? Do they have internal batteries they need to recharge by staring at the sun? No, they don't.
Now again, like I said with my grounding video, I am not a health professional.
Could have fooled me, doctor. Here I was thinking, I better send this to all my closest relatives and say, hey, I got myself a new doctor. You wouldn't believe what this guy can get you. Cataracts.
If the government tells me not to do something, I'm probably gonna do it.
You know that saying that's like, would you jump off a bridge if all your friends were doing it? This is the person that heard that question and went, hell yeah, I would. I love doing that. I'm not going to let you stop me, mom and dad. And they just like spend the rest of their lives in that mode of thinking, that very childish way of thinking that says all authority is bad. All authority is unearned. All authority can blow me. Like, they don't have any regard for the safety of themselves or others. And then when they cause problems for everybody else, they expect us to just put up with it. But, you know, there's an easier way. Maybe try to be a productive member of society. Don't put an undue burden on society by being a terminal contrarian with a fucking death wish. And, you know, a lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, who cares if they hurt themselves or whatever? Who gives a shit? It's their life. Like, who cares? And my answer is, you should care. We should all care because, first of all, we shouldn't want anyone to get harmed. But second of all, it does blow back on the rest of us. If a person damages their eyesight from looking at the sun, what consequences does that have? Well, they're going to require more medical care. They're going to cost more to insurance, and that's going to cost the rest of us. These people and their bad decisions actually add up.
Obviously, if you were just starting out looking at the sun, I would not recommend looking at it for long periods of time. When I started out, I would look at it for like a second, and only during the grand rising and the sunset. Do not look at the sun in the middle of the day.
What's the harm? What's the harm in looking at it however you want to, if it's really that good for you? Could it be that it's actually really bad for you, and that's why you go like this? You squint really hard every time you look at it? Could that be the reason? Could that have something to do with it? Could it be that those meany old doctors, those big, mean, scary eye doctors, are correct? Could that be the case? And if it is, are you willing to deal with the consequences of going blind?
Sun gazing through the trees just like this is a tip for beginners who want to start sun gazing. You can use the leaves and just the trees to filter out some of the light, but you can still receive some of the sun gazing benefits.
I have a better tip for beginners who want to start sun gazing. Don't do that. Don't sun gaze. Don't start doing that. Don't take weird parasite medication cooked up by a TikTok guy in his bathtub. Don't do that. It's all bad for you. I didn't learn anything about health during this whole ride, and in fact, if I had been actually trying to, I would be a lot less healthy than I am now, which is, I think, saying something. Don't turn to TikTok for health advice. It is not the place. The main thing I've learned about health this year has not been from TikTok. It's been from actual doctors, and it's really just stuff that I knew and wanted reconfirmation. Like, I had to ask my doctor, has there been new research to come out recently saying these cigarettes I smoke are actually healthy? And my doctor was like, are you insane? Are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? And I was like, well, I can hope. But what about alcohol? Surely alcohol can have some... Nope, no benefits there either. It turns out the research just keeps making it look worse and worse. Overeating, same thing. Eating red meat mostly, also bad. What is good is fruits, vegetables, exercise. As much exercise as you can get away with without hurting yourself. Try to not hurt yourself while exercising, but otherwise go wild. And that has actually done a whole lot for me. I feel pretty great, even if I don't really look it yet. But that's next, and hopefully I'll be able to see it in the mirror, because I'm not going to look at the sun.